Hi everyone, Eileen here. I'm going to share, or I'd like to share, a Sweet Poppy Stencils absolutely abstract sample card with you today. I have made the card, obviously, and I've lost it. So I'm going to wing it. I can remember what I did, I think. So I'm going to wing it, and then hopefully it will turn out the same as the sample was. It features this absolutely abstract backplate from Sweet Poppy Stencils. I love this. I used it a lot. I use it a lot, and I will use it a lot more. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can use it in its entirety, or you can take bits of it and add tiny amounts or larger amounts to whatever background that you're doing. This card that I'm using is Paper Mill Direct, super smooth, 300 GSM, and I've cut it into a piece that is 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres square. Just going to pop the stencil over the top and sort of frame the pieces or the areas of the stencil that I want to feature today. Like so, I think. A bit more there. Yep, that should do me. Like so. And then down onto my magnetic sheet so it grips it and holds it tight. I'm still using a bit of tape because I've got some cardstock at the end here. Oh no, actually that's all right. That will go off and it won't matter. No, I'm not using tape on this bit. It will be on the next image, which is the beautiful snowflake. Crackling Campfire Distress Ink. Speckled Egg Distress Ink. Both of these are on the Sweet Poppy Stencils website shop. I haven't checked to see if they're in stock, but they do normally stock them, so best have a look. And I'm also going to use some Dusty Concord as well, but that's later. So starting off with the Crackling Campfire first, and a Sweet Poppy Stencil makeup brush. I've got 3 of those, and this is the one that I'm after. And very loose wrist. I don't want this to be, it's a very, very rich colour, but I don't want it to be too overpowering. So I'm just going to do a circular motion. And it will be, it looks patchy, and actually that is the look that I'm after. I don't want a uniform colour right the way across. I think that would be too rich. So I'm looking for different shades of the Crackling Campfire. Some darker patches than others. So it gives me shadows and highlights, hopefully. Well, that will do. And now I'm going on to Speckled Egg. Now this pad is well loved and well used, so that I really need to load it up. And I'm going to have to get myself a re-inker, I think. Well, actually, I think I've got a re-inker. No, not for this one I haven't. I have for the Crackling Campfire. I haven't for the Speckled Egg. I will have to get myself one. It's blending quite well. It gives a sort of a greenish tone when you add it to the campfire colour, which I like. I'm going to bring that in a bit more, and I'm using more of a grinding motion now. I'm quite heavy-handed with the Speckled Egg colour. 1, because the pad is slightly dry, and 2, because I want to blend it into the orange, and that takes a little bit more pressure. Bit here as well, I think, and a bit there. Not forgetting these lines at the bottom. and these at the top. They can be blue as well, or bluish green they're becoming, because they're mixing with the campfire colour. It's lovely and rich, that crackling campfire. Okay, that should do me. Let's have a look, see what it is like. Yes. I've got a little bit of leakage in this area and a bit in this area. That isn't a problem, so I'll take a white pen, and where it's beaded, the leakage, I'll just take that out, and then I'll just take this bit out as well, and that. I can use a white pen because I'm going over with another colour in a moment. So that brings that back up white again. Just blot it off with my kitchen towel. So the leakage isn't too bad. If it was more than that, then I would start again. And I don't think it is leakage. I think that what happened is that I didn't clean it off from my last demonstration with this back plate, and I don't think I cleaned it, so it's probably come from that. But anyway, that was fine. Now, I want some suns or moons, and Sharon Everett from the Forget Me Not Craft Cabin very kindly sent me this set over. So I've got a negative and I've got 3 positives of suns, moons, or whatever it is you want to call them. I mean, obviously you could use a piece of paper cut with a die cut, but these are jolly handy because they're plastic, so they're going to last forever. Quite robust. And I'm using the middle one. There's 3 different sizes. I'm going to use the middle one. And starting here with Dusty Concord and the smaller of my makeup brushes from Sweet Poppy Stencils. Just check I'm still in shot. Yep, I am. I'm just going to come out and add a few swirly bits, circular bits, just to give it, this is another layer, get a bit of interest. So you don't have to be too careful. The pad's quite wet, so I'm taking some of the ink off. 3, let's go another one there, I think. Yes, that's nice. And another bit up there, just to colour up a little bit of the white space that's left. I'm going to leave that bit though, because I like that area. So a nice bit of white space there. I think that will do. Don't want to go too mad. Turn it over. And now I'm going to pop on my snowflake image, and I'm going to use VersaFine Clear Twilight for this, and also one of the brushes, so that I get a more subtle look with a brush. The colour isn't quite so deep, unless of course you add more layers. If you want it to be really deep and you've only got a makeup brush, do 1 layer, wait a bit, dry it off if you want to, or if not, just wait a while and then pop on another layer and you should be fine. And that will deepen the colour. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one here, and then I will need, this is the Snowflake from Sweet Poppy Stencils, but I will need a bit of tape because I want to protect my card so that I don't get snowflake in a colour in area that I don't want it in. And then the small makeup brush, again, the one that I use for the Dusty Concord, and my VersaFine Clear Twilight, which is quite wet, so I don't want it too wet. It might leak underneath the stencil. And go in the direction that the stencil tells you. So I'm going down. And this one I'm going down here. And that won't hurt to go that way. And then that way. A bit more down here. Let's have a look. Yes, that's quite nice. So that's one. I'm going to put this image on 3 times. So I've got one there. I'm going to do one across this corner, but not so much of the image. So that will be my main feature. This one will be part of the rule of 3, because it's going to be 3 bits of the snowflake. And I'm going to do this lighter, so wrist action is looser. Wrist is looser. Brush is not gripped for grim death. And I'm just very gently popping the colour on so that I've got a contrast with the other image that I've done. Less definition on this one, but still very pretty. Yes, that's good. And then finally, I'm going to pop, now be careful because this now is a very inky image. You can either wash it off or clean it between. I'm going to risk it, but I just want to make sure that I haven't got any ink going through the stencil. I'm going to pop a bit of kitchen towel down, press it down. I think I might get away with it. I'll pop that down there. And I'm putting on even less of the image now, but still making sure that it fits in and balances the card. Keeping away from this edge, otherwise I'll get a line and that would be difficult to get rid of. Yes, that's nice. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can see now, actually, if I cover that splodge up. Yes, I'm liking that. I mean, I'm happy with it looking from this angle, but it's always a good idea when you've finished a card and you're going to put a stamp on. Turn it round 360 degrees. Look at it from all the angles. Don't make a decision straight away. Now, I can see that the balance on that is very good and my stamp is going to go in the middle. But sometimes you get a totally different look if you just take the time to turn it round. See it from all angles. I'm using Joy and Peace Sweet Poppy Stencil stamp from the set from Sweet Poppy Stencils called Joy and Peace. And the season will soon be upon us for Joy and Peace. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for my stamp pad. And I don't know where I've hidden it. Ah, never mind. I must find it, actually. Okay, I can't find my little one, but I found my bigger one. So I'm going to pop that down. It's just a foam pad and it's beautiful for stamping on if you don't want to get out your stamp press. And it's such a small stamp that this time I won't be doing that. So let me just check that you're looking. Yes, that's good. Here's my stamp, and I'm going to stamp it in black. I'm well organised this morning, as you've gathered. Versifying Claire Nocturne. I'm chilled. I hope that you're chilled today as well. Right, gentle tapping. And then we're going to pop that in the middle there, or I'm going to pop it in the middle. Pressing down quite heavily and up. Yes, that's good. Now, apart from a little dot there that hasn't taken with that ink, which I'm going to pop in, that image is pretty perfect. So what's next? Well, next is a little bit of kitchen towel. I want to pop over that snowflake, and I'm going to take my perfect layers and I thought I had all this laid out, but obviously it's not. I can't lay my hands on what I want now again. Oh, there it is. Perfect layers and a Uniposca white pen. Give it a good shake because we're going to go bashing or whacking. Need to get the paint flowing first, and you just do that by pressing the nib down onto some spare card, and there she goes. All right, a bit there, a bit there. I don't really want to cover too much of this. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let's get rid of some of the detritus from here and show you what this looks like. I'm not doing any more now to the card. That's totally it. Got paint all over my fingers. I enjoyed that. That was fun. Now, I'm not going to mount this as a card. I'm going to use a mount from Amazon, and it's slightly smaller, the aperture, than the card that I've made, so you've got a bit of leeway that you can bring it down and over to get bits of the images in or take them out, as the case may be. But I quite like that. What do you think? I quite like that, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to pop that down there, put it in the middle, and I shall take a picture of this and pop it onto Facebook as well, I think. Thank you very much for joining me today. I will catch you again at the weekend with a couple of Lavinia videos, Lavinia Stamps videos. If I can, I might even do a visible image video this week. It depends on how busy I'm going to be. But if I can't do it this week, then I'll promise I'll do one next week. Enjoy your day, everybody. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.